There we go. How are we doing, Sarah? I almost forgot I gotta have that thing open. All right, good. Our preview is up. Want my paints out of the way for the start. Hey, fuzzy cat. Yeah. Honestly, since I reset the streaming software, it is just super, super easy, worth it, and fun to do streaming again. I mean, it wasn't bad before, but that XSplit software giving me a headache every third minute was antagonizing. And now I know everything will work. It'll work the first time. Oh. And we're about to embark upon some camera crafting here for the new video. Just want to set up this scene. Awesome. All right. All right, let's do some recording. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully I made it so nobody's going to catch a huge splash of massive audio in the ears either. But nice. Doing loom stuff sounds like a lot of fun. Give me a sec. I'm going to pop on camera. Hello, we're back at it. So everything's dried up, and I have a slight confession to make. In the time that I've been showing you all how to handle and make this guy, I have in addition made this guy and this guy, because I believe that there are different levels of involvement for different folks. Some people just want to make their pumpkin and be done. Some people want to make it a little bit more sculpty, coolly weird, and some people want to go all out. And I want this video to cater to all three of those personages. But for right now, we're going to start off with the person who has finished all the steps that we've heretofore got to and is done. So this happy little fellow right here is going to be our done pumpkin. I've done only what I showed you guys to do at about 3 hours and 50 minutes in. This guy probably would have taken a little less time because his face is much less complicated, but I'm going to assume that somebody just went through, did all that stuff, and is now ready to paint. So let's start bringing this guy alive. And then we'll have a cut there. Come to think of it, I should probably just stop recording and reconnecting. Weird. Hey, as long as it doesn't screw up, that's all I care about. What do I want to paint them with? I like this brush. I like this brush. I could use that brush for big old swaths of them. I could use this brush for big old swaths of them. Let's see. Let me go with this one. Yep, all the stuff that takes place in and around the filming. All right. So we're going to stop. We're going to enable preview. We're going to make sure things are centered in the view. All right, so my plate here is kind of the edge of the view. Brush. All right. And pretty much facing the plate is facing the camera. Cool. Let's grab a battery for the clock. And get going. Oh yeah, I want this guy over here. Again, facing the plate is facing the clock. And let's go. Recording. Now, I used to like my pumpkins dark, but I have really come to appreciate the beauty of just natural pumpkin-y orange. It's very bright and visible. So I'm going to paint this guy that way. You can paint your pumpkin however you want. If you want a very dark and menacing paint coating, then I would recommend starting with a black base coat. But if you want a visible bright orange one, then you're probably going to start with a white base coat. Because this is a my first pumpkin video, I am not going to use any kind of special stuff. I'm going to go like super, like 50-cent acrylic stuff. This here is some apple barrel 2-ounce white. Really, really simple stuff to get and have. I've just got a larger container of it because I'm insane. So these two things are the exact same material. The paint that you use is pretty much irrelevant so long as it gets you the color. If you want to do crazy waterproofing on these guys, you can use some dry lock masonry sealant, but I'm going to assume that we have no access and no inclination of expensive stuff. We just want the cheap stuff. So I went out and I got a 2-ounce bottle of whatever white for 50 cents, $1, or whatever your local currency happens to be at a local craft store. So I've got this white. It doesn't have to be apple barrel. It can be folk art, whatever. Generic white acrylic paint. And all we're going to do is give this guy a base coat inside and outside with our paint. There we go. The brush is immaterial as well. I think starting on the outside is more fun because you get to see all that work you've done start to take up the color. And at this point, I'll probably be in fast motion, so. So it's relax and paint time. Uh-oh, Christine, what happened? What did you do? Oh, we gotta start the clock. You bought Yayo? What? Yeah, I know. You're fighting the autocorrect. I'm guessing that help was actually hello. Yep. There it is. All good. We knew what you meant. Mm. You probably could turn autocorrect off, but I do find that from time to time it's helpful in grabbing words a bit faster. As long as I'm touching pumpkin projects, I'm happy. Mm. this brush kind of sucks. I'd be kind of curious to see how this lowbrow painting technique works. I have a feeling it'll be pretty good. Nice. You'll have to shoot off a picture. And incidentally, thank you for posting to the Facebook page. It was really cool to see your stuff. I was looking for my puck lights a little earlier, so I could have a few up here to demo with, but I found some. I would invite you to consider rechargeable batteries. Doubly so for puck lights. I have been using the Tenergy batteries on Amazon for a very long time and have been quite satisfied with them in lights. In other stuff, they're not so hot, but puck lights in particular, they're excellent. If only for the fact that you do not have to worry about, oh no, this has been out for a while and I haven't pulled the batteries out of it. Oh no, the batteries are shot and I just spent that cash on these batteries and I'm not getting my money's worth. Tenors are just like, oh, I left the batteries in there. Now they're dead. I'll just recharge them. Whoopity-doo. Yeah, and you can get a little a charger that charges like 16 to 20 of the things at once. Cool. All right. He's gonna dry quick, but want to make sure we give him enough time. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the camera for a sec. So I've got a guard done here, pretty much all the way around, maybe about 3/4 of the way up the stem, because I just wanted a spot where I could keep moving without getting my hands covered in paint. Make sure you give them plenty of time to dry, even though it seems like they're dry pretty quick. Let them go for a good bit, because unless you're planning on doing extra waterproofing, this paint is going to be 9/10 of the waterproofing that your pumpkin is going to get. When I get ready to handle them next time after this dries up, I'm just going to go around the bottom and around the inside. And it's all going to be white. I find that white tends to be best for the inside just because it will reflect the color of whatever you put in there. If you put in colored lights that are going blue, green, red, you will always get a perfect return on your internal color. And if you decide to put a LED candle inside, again, it'll give you a perfect return on the color. Whereas if you paint the inside something else, if you paint the inside blue, green, red, yellow, whatever, then you put something different inside, you're going to get a different color return coming from it. So I do recommend outside white, inside white, but it's your pumpkin, unleash your magic. Where the hell did I put my phone? Here it is. Pull out. Stop the clock. And the other guys we stopped, they were done at 3 hours and 50 minutes. And this guy is stopped at 4 hours, 9 min. Because now I'm going to have to start moving the clock around when I work on them for different amounts of time. But the big thing for today is going to be just, I really kind of want to get this guy done on a one shot, if at all possible. And at this stage, we're so close to the end that it's just simple. Simple, simple, simple. I can work with that too. Yeah. You can do cheap batteries for that, or have a display model with batteries in it, and then for the rest, be like batteries not included, or just distribute your price so the batteries are paid for. Because one of the problems with the puck lights, they do tend to eat battery power more than just a simple LED. Let's see. These two guys also need more drying time extensively. Everything right now needs more drying time. I'm kind of hung up on a couple of projects due to the fact that it's been so humid. So let's go throw all these guys back in front of the fan. And we can throw the lens cap back on the camera. So these two first. So much moisture. Okay, and then I want to do the eyes for Floaty Ghost Man. That will need some glow. I already have my green glow over there. Purple glow. The really, really good glow-in-the-dark paint. What else do we have? This better be black. You know, it's not black, but it might be better than black. It's metallic. That's ink. This is really good glow-in-the-dark paint. Multi-surface. When the hell did I get that? Copper. There's some glowy orange. And there's some glowy yellow. Oof, pardon. I thought I had glowy blue, but I don't see it. I think we'll be all right without it. Besides, I've never done one of these eyes anyway. All right, coming back. Oh. Hey, if you want to work it, work it. You do your projects. It's the great joy of the whole mess. All right, I have never painted eyes before. This is probably a very bad idea. But we're going to go for it anyway. Well, I wrapped these guys pretty well. For which I'm glad. Okay. I'll make sure the bottom surface that we're going to paint is relatively well protected. Make sure I know what my boundary lines are here. All right. Let's. How do we want to do this? I want to be holding you where I want you on one side. I want an eye trace on the other side. I am really not using up anywhere near as much of this as I thought I would. Let me grab the let me grab some of the stuff from the Pretty Rocks drawer. I have much smaller cabochons, and those big ones are not cheap. So if the small ones will work, I would really, really, really rather use them. Knowing the laws of Murphy, though, they're going to be a little bit too small. They look a little bit too small. Yep. They're definitely too small. They're definitely too small, but that doesn't mean they have to be wrong. Yeah, a piece of cardboard or 3. Come here, trash box. I still think this will be easier with the smaller cabochons. All we have to do is be smarter than the craft supplies. This, of course, means we're doomed, but there we go. Weep. Thank you for not stabbing me. They're evil. I really need to put a new blade on this thing. By which I mean, I need to find where I've hidden my blades. Because I know I've got more X-Acto blades somewhere. Yeah, that will be better. I thought the extra blades were up there. Could also use overkill. Though I can't guarantee this won't tear up the paper, but I'll take it. This is why we keep the expensive tools around. Okay. And there we go. All right, first. We could do it with the paint, but I have the marker right here. Besides, it'll probably need a Krylon layer over the top of it anyway. All right. All right, big oculars. We're going to save you. We're going to save you for pumpkins. Because they can have big eyes. I got to turn that thing off. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Oop, oop. Power off. All right, these things can go back in the garbage now where they were sitting a few minutes ago. Having harvested all that I wanted from them. And that guy is pretty much ready already. Good. Inside. Hey, David, how's it going? Not quite hot enough yet. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. Just working on an interim project here while my pumpkin for the recording dries. Then we'll do the inside of it. And then we'll do all the rest. Otherwise, we've got to get the hot glue gun up to temperature. Hello, fuzzy cat. Oh, good girl. Hi. Yeah, good girl. Then we'll put these eye blockers just behind, and rather than have a full eye cabochon that we're not using any of it, we'll have one tiny little super pupil instead. And theoretically, that should be considerably better. I wish I had some clear nail polish, though, to lacquer over this when I'm done. We should probably do a practice eye or two while we're waiting for this thing to get all set. I will need a tiny little brush, a couple of tiny little brushes. Let's do a few practice eyes. This should be a metallic black, which should really occlude any light. So we'll start with some pupils. Never mind, that doesn't occlude at all. And I'll see if I like curved pupils, cat's eye pupils, or what. Yeah, I've got those big 50 millimeter cabochons that I wanted to try out. So lots of stuff to try stuff with. Yep. You're gonna fall. You can't fool me. I know what you're all about. And that guy is currently drying right now, but we had it just the humidity is through the roof right now, so my guys are drying stupid slow, and I put some fairly thick layers of a shaped clay on them. So they are really not drying fast. I wonder if the heat gun would be at all useful on these things. Single layers of acrylic, though, really do not take very long to dry up. Okay. Let's check the UV reactivity here. I really wish I had more of a blue, but I don't think it'll matter. Also got that really fluorescent green ink. And we can use that too. Though on glass it may not do so hot. Let's use the cheap stuff first. Oh, let's also make sure this is completely dry. I am going to grab my heat gun. It'll just make me feel better. All right. Hot glue gun's also ready. So let's tack. I'm guessing you mean that this one is duller and that one is brighter. Okay, good. I want to make sure I've got the concept down. Oh dear, that probably absorbed some. I can paint over it. There's also a difference too in the amount of ambient light coming through everybody there. Let's lock this in place from the other side. This is also going to be a much easier way of doing this, I think. There we go. No, no, no. Come on, hot glue. You're supposed to stick a little better than that, faster. Cool yourself down. All right, if I leave it face down like that, that should lock it in place. Okay. Help if I plugged it in. Yes, yes, that would be a huge help. Grand strategy. Red glow in the dark has been a long sought after pigment that they're still trying to get a good version of, and even more so, a good version of that can be mass produced. You can get kind of pinkish, the hot pink glow in the dark without too much trouble, but a deep red, not so much. They've wanted that for all sorts of interesting medical dyes. I'll try some with that's right, we got the hot glass, hot glass. Ay, 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 ay. I mean, I knew it was going to be hot glass, but hot glass, hot glass. Fortunately, with it being hot glass, it's also relatively quick to dry. That's entirely possible too, Christine. I just know that for the scientific field of immunofluorescence, they've been trying to get a really good red dye for a long time. And it's been annoying and elusive. To my knowledge, I don't believe there's really any critters that even produce fluorescent proteins in that spectrum with any kind of reliability. All right. Me gusta mucho. Bésame, bésame mucho. You can tell it's been a while since I have used this paint. Not touching that glass after that heat gun exposure. Yeah, tell me if this trick works.
Yeah. This is the one night that the dead and all sorts of other things roam free.
Ah, so that's how they do it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the dragon eyes. If this wasn't going to be backlit, I'd consider doing it in that style and manner. But these are very much going to be backlit. I'm planning on backlighting them with UV. UV or blue. Both will pretty much do the job. And there will possibly be UV front lighting them. So I really want these eyes to fluoresce. I should probably mess around with some of the nail polish chemicals in general. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm kind of wondering if they could be used to take layer lines out of 3D prints with any kind of usefulness. All right, for these others, I'm going to use this really cheap glow-in-the-dark base. Problem with glow-in-the-darks, though, is that they tend to always sink to the bottom. Looks tolerably uniform. I've got some of that fiber. I bought some of that fiber optic fiber a while ago. Just because I thought it might have some nifty application. Another thing that should be kind of nice about this setup is we should be able to test a few different flavors of these eyes before we ever pick one and throw them into the sockets. Interesting. The glow in the dark is almost drying clear. So I'm kind of curious. Those guys are working really well, though. I have a feeling the glow in the dark is not going to be anything terribly useful here. And consequently, we will abandon it on that one. Double down on it on this one. See how well the purple one does. I've never really had. Ugh. Oh my, that's congealing. Oh, now that I think of it, the congealed stuff might have stuck to the back of the eye a little bit better. That's okay. It's still pretty congealed. Perfect. For like a stiff type thing, or to make the paint run, Christine. And no technical difficulties tonight or ever again. I'm using OBS Studio. XSplit can go suck it. OBS Studio and Restream is completely viable. Also sounds better, looks better, and lets me do little things like that.
All these traditions, jack-o'-lanterns.
I mean, I probably could have done that with XSplit, but
handing out treats.
so much
They were started to protect us, but nowadays, no one really cares.
Pink powder paper. Interesting. Okay. I usually just keep reusing paper plates. All right, let's let those cool down. And we'll give them a look-see. Should be able to put them on the back of this thing. Why are 2 of the bulbs out? 3 of the bulbs out. 1 of the bulbs out. 2 of the bulbs out. These things are cheap POSs. Oh my god. I pick it up without burning myself? Seems to be. All right. This is going to be fine for this kind of work. I'm thinking we're going to go with this. It's going to need a real thick coat now. The translucence is pretty good. That is impossible for you guys to see. Echo, turn off craft light. It's probably still going to be impossible. Yeah, it's just going to look like a beam. Let's see if I can catch it. All right, so if I blasted at my hand and bring it up, that's not too bad. Really wish I had a blue. I mean, it's no surprise. They're just... Gotcha. All right. Let's choose a look. Do I like pupils? It's okay. Solid pupil. That's actually really good. Predatory curving pupil. Well, if I can get it to curve and rotate the right way. Come on. You little bastard. Thank you. That's pretty good. Yeah. We know that FX people have got their crap in order for the most part when it comes to craft supplies. All right, I like the slit pupils better. They look more inhuman. Am I going to do that? No, that didn't melt through. Thank God. So we're going to give him some slits. He might even also have a green light in there, so... I never have, but I know the temperature is enough to, at the very least, distort the skull. So, it's one of those. Do with due caution. Always due caution. I thought about it / am thinking about it. I've actually got 2 large ones under construction right now. So, you know, definite maybe on that. I do really want to make a mask with one of these someday. And my solution to the wearing is to take a hard hat and shove that up inside. Because otherwise you have to wad your head with some sort of place-saving insulation foam or, you know, something. Stop your head from knocking all over. And the hard hat won't be perfect on that front, but it really should help. Bicycle helmet might help as well. Anything that's got that kind of support. I can just source old junked hard hats from my work for far less than I can buy a bicycle helmet for. And hard hats are also a little bit more adjustable. So if I ever end up not wearing the thing, I won't be sizing it for my head with a bicycle helmet, passing it to somebody else and going, here, make this work. Wow, this stuff is really slurmy. Okay then, thank you. We're just going to go black, the yellow fluoresce, and then I'm going to leave the rest clear. As I said, there may very well be a green light source inside the skull. I have no desire to have that conflict color-wise. Like if I liked the violet around the eyes a lot, and there was green light source inside, it would just kind of suck. I would love to make a stalk around sometime. Thanks to the last year or so's home haunting awards, I even know what I want to make. There's a guy who made a really cool, it looked like a walking pumpkin patch with 3 pumpkin heads on it. Really cool stalk around. Pardon. Just want to make sure I make these pupils as black as possible with no light leaks. Or at least as little of a light leak as I can get. I doubt there will be no light leaks. In which case, nobody will be close enough to notice them anyway. It'll be fine. Good. Give that a second. I also don't want to drag paint all over this thing. Ditch decorations. It'll be something to try. Something to try indeed. Just checking to see how large the text is on this thing. It looks a lot more readable than when I had it last time. And definitely the fire on the outside is correct now that I switched to the actual WebM video. XSplit would have crashed if I had done that. But OBS doesn't care. OBS is beautiful and wonderful. And that's why I love OBS. Tomorrow's game night downstairs. That should be interesting. Play some Factorio. Probably. Pardon. Originally, I didn't even know if I'd get to crafting today, since everything was so wet. Fortunately, the little happy guy has been done for longer, and so he was dry enough to play with. He's definitely going to be the face of the pumpkin video series, though. Everybody doing casual crafts likes a happy pumpkin. Wish I could have a bunch of these blasting on those pumpkins. Bathe them in glorious infrared. Although I think dehumidified air around them would do a better job. I subscribed to him and started watching a few things at a time just to get a sense of his stuff. And yep, like it all. I have the distinct feeling that it is the type of video stuff I will be returning to for inspiration in the off season, and I also very much want to see his take on 3D scanners. Very, very much wanted to see his take on 3D scanners. There's a few things I want to print that I just can't. Just can't. It'd also be kind of fun to walk into like Spirit Halloween or something like, wow, that's a cool mask. Here's my scanner. Got it. Okay. Bye. I'm gonna go home and make this out of cheap filament instead of paying you guys $40. Hot glass, hot glass. Hot glass on your ass. All right. That should be pretty good. I've also been wondering if this guy needs a lower jaw hanging too far down and doing like a hover act. Come on. Get off of that so I can rotate you properly. I know you're not stuck there because that hot glue is already cooled. And mind you, they might take offense to that kind of technology wandering into their stores, but I can tell this is going to be one of those processes that I can nitpick to hell if I really want to. But I'm just going to say, there, it's good. Ah, it was good. It was good, and then the hot freaking glue made it go goopity goop the wrong way. Yeah, it depends on how on the ball the staff is, I suppose. All right, let's see if we can match that up. tolerably well. That looks matched up tolerably well. Now, please don't go off on this one. All right. All right, let's let that cool. Keeping it pretty stable and level. These eyeball testers here can go back into the cabochon box. Or cabochon, however you feel like pronouncing it. Knew you were going to do that. All right, we get to save a set of those. The other ones are inside the big pumpkin. I got a minor traversal on the eye, which isn't the worst thing ever. And I very much like how those are sunken down in. Okay, no, it didn't slide. It was just my imagination. My very, very overactive imagination. I'm just going to stop handling that for a good while because I keep imagining the eyes are moving because the glue isn't set when I... Or I should say yeah, the hot glue isn't cooled. Yes. All right, what's next on the docket? I can probably go back to that pumpkin because it's probably completely dry now for all that acrylic paint. Do the inside, just film that real quick. Throw all these paints into the back in the paint bin. I've been dragging my ass on doing the rest of his project though, just because I don't know how it's gonna turn out. It's the whole I've never done anything like it before. Uncharted waters effect. It'll be fine and everything, but it's still uncharted waters, and I don't like uncharted waters. I suppose I should get a piece of PVC ready for him. I'm really not sure how I'm going to use for the rest of his frame. We'll figure it out. It's got to be sturdy, immovable, and light. There we go. There. So there's our boy. He should be nice and creepy. No matter what color we put in there. The UV really pops nicely. particularly if I got it pointed right at his face. But he's probably going to have a green light inside. Let's see. Oh, that. I guess that was glow paint. Right, I thought it was just phosphorescent. Apparently it was glow in the dark. Good, good, my friend. One step closer. Hi, fuzzy cat. How are you? Down on the ground behind me. All right, how long have we been going for and what time is it? It's 11:48. Kinda, yeah. It's almost got that skull visage recessed look. OBS, will you tell me how long I've been streaming for? Yeah, I should check my email, find out when I started. It's one of those I'm not that keen to do the rest of the white painting on that thing right now. This is not a half bad wrap-up spot. Now live on your channel. I started at 10. And it's almost midnight. Hour 49. No. No. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? More pumpkin painting or call it and crawl into bed or crawl downstairs and into another kung fu movie? I also got a couple of slow RPM, tolerably high torque motors. I have no idea what I'm going to do with, but they were cheap and somebody recommended them, so. All right, my motivation's low. I will continue watching the 5 Deadly Venoms with some popcorn and some mead, I think. And that will make for an excellent evening. All right. Plus, it lets me continue to work with my nifty little closing screen. Let's unplug the heat gun and the hot glue gun. I have no desire to burn down my craft room. Yeah. Been having some fun with the kung fu movies of late. Just been in the mood for absolute schlock. Cool. Alrighty. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, gang. I appreciate it. And I hopefully will get up here to craft tomorrow. We'll do some, I've got my games going on in the evening. That starts at 8 p.m. until late, but also every one of the pumpkins over in the drying area, which is, that won't turn that far that way. Whee! Over there is just way, 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 way too wet. Have a fantastic evening, everybody. Stay safe, stay cool, and keep your pumpkin shining bright. Have a good one.